Hello everyone. I hope you guys can see me and hear me. Let me just switch the camera. Now it is fine. It's still lagging. Okay. Hi Ravi Chandran. Awesome. Cool. One. Is anybody there in the chat to confirm? I'm audible and visible. Cool. Cool. So while others join, let's come to this screen. And yeah, so what I have been up to, right? Like the last live stream, uh, the normal last live stream was like a month ago. See, month ago. Then we had the launch, and now I have scheduled some more. So one of the series I'm excited about is Frappe Builder in Action. So me and Suraj are going to build a website, production website live using Builder on starting on Monday. So this will be the part one, and as required we will do more episodes of this. And yeah, we'll also resume back Let's Learn ERP next week. And yeah, you might have already seen the bootcamp videos. They took up a lot of my time while I was not able to live stream. So now they are out, and even now there is a course on Frappe School, full stack app development with Frappe framework, which is basically the videos plus the assignments, and then some quizzes, as well as the final assignment, and an option to get directly certified from here. So you can come here, like buy an add-on, you get evaluated, you get uh, review on your final assignment, and then you can earn a certificate and become a certified Frappe developer. So yeah, you don't have to wait for the batches or the training or anything. If you know the course, you complete the assignments and then go for it. Cool. And share it on social media. Awesome. So yeah, that was that. Also, now there are batches, new format batches. So these are like exactly you like directly getting evaluated, but you also get a Q&A session if you enroll in a particular batch. You don't have to wait for it, like it's an option, but you can enroll in the batch and directly get certified as well. That works too. Cool. So this were some updates I've been working on. What else? Yeah, you can check the schedule now, and nothing new. Cool. So yeah, let's recap what we have been up to. So if I check the Hazelnode playlist, we did a dozen episodes, more than a dozen actually. This also counts. So uh, so someone asks any update on web shop. So I'm not doing or have planned a series as of now, but there is a Telegram group where community is actively discussing how the web shop app can be brought up and running. So do check that Telegram group. And yeah. Okay, so let's go to hazel.localhost/8000. I know it will be broken because I updated Frappe and haven't updated the site. So let's do one thing, bench build. Let's do a build, not watch, just build. So this will build all the assets, and then I will do a migrate hazelnode.localhost migrate, so to get the latest update on the site. I haven't touched it since then. So till this happens, we can go to Hazelnode GitHub repo. So you can see the new setup, like earlier the mic was on this side and stuff, right? So Pranjal Mishra, right, from your brand mate, he dropped by and helped me do some enhancements to the setup, lighting, etc. So now my face doesn't look so flushed up, but yeah, still work in progress. So I'm shifting this whole setup to a different room altogether. So we'll see how that turns out, because I have to start recording new courses and I want it to be good. Hey Alvaro, peace. So okay, so where did we? 3 weeks ago, remove comment. That is not policy comment. That's not a thing. So committed 2 months ago. So okay, what did I do? I did a separate file for install hooks. That I think I did behind the scene, and this was the episode. Some chore works behind the scene. But yeah, hi Adil. So if I refresh now, it is fixed. So if we just go to the notes and start from the top, so this acts like a revision flash notes, right? So yeah, we started with some use cases. We wanted to build an automation app, right, for the Frappeverse. That's what we are calling it, and we gave it a name of Hazelnode from Hazelnut, right? The scope was to create two views. One was the list of workflows. I think this we completed. Let's keep the UI open this side. So let's arrange the windows so they are easier. Let me close LMS and bring arc in the middle. Hazelnode 8080, which won't be running. So let's do yarn dev to start the dev server for our React app, the front end. By the way, I am planning some courses, so I might decrease the frequency of streams a bit. Not less than a week though. At least once a week will always be there. At least I will try to maintain that. But yeah, I'm going to record a few courses. Frappe UI is on priority. Frappe Cloud course is on priority. So yeah, looking forward to them. So yeah, this we got working. Now this recalls me. We did a optimistic update thing here. So nice pop-ups and etc. were working. You could create a new workflow. My new work flow. Okay, let's call it after a break. So this all was working. We were dropped here and the data was okay. No, I don't want to open Notion. Yeah, we could see the data here. I will remove this. So we'll keep this, but we'll start from scratch for the workflow screen, which will be the main screen where the user will do everything. That will be the most important screen. We have a few things to discuss on pivoting. Hey Lazy, welcome back. Good to see you, like after so long, right? I am back on this after some amount of time, so that's why I scheduled like 7 streams in continuation. So tomorrow we have stream, on Monday and Tuesday we have builder stream, on Wednesday we have Let's Learn ERP next, and then Hazelnode till next Saturday. So yeah, full week streamathon is what I'm calling it. But yeah, then list of workflows was then, and then we realized that working on the front end first might not be a good idea. This also I presented at build, that build bracket before front end. So if you are not there, I have slides that I presented at Frappe build take 2. Yeah, I gave two talks. One was horrible, and I'm glad it was. The screen got not got recorded, but the camera got recorded. So yeah, so this is what I presented and the story of how we are building. So first lesson was back and first man. So if you didn't attend the build conference, here is a recap. So this was a meme when front end is ready before back end. That is what we did, like in first 3-4 episodes, I guess, because we were excited about React and a cool thing and let's do it, and that was it. So yeah, we are learning, right? We are building and we are learning. So the best way to learn is to build, and we are doing that. And then we got this UI working, but nothing, right? Behind the scene, it was doing nothing. It was just the UI part. Second thing, doc types are editable, remember? So I took an example of like how earlier this was a child table, right? Um, then we separated trigger out of the child table. Everything was inside, every node was inside the child table, right? Um, we use React Pro library. I have done one more thing behind the scene, I'll show you. I integrated one more small React library for state management. I'll show you what I have done. So yeah, then we got this working, right? So if you define a class, give a path to it. If we go back to Hazelnode desk actually, so I can get to Hazel node list, node type list, yeah. So to create new what do you say, node types, you just come here, you create a node type, and then you can create event. I don't know why it is creating them. Why is that happening? Okay, we'll have to figure that out, but it's fine. We found a bug as soon as we jumped on the stream. So you give it a handler path, and then that is actually a Python class. Now I recall some things. We created a nodes folder somewhere. So it's just a recap, right, of season 1, if you want to call it. We had a nodes folder. Where? Yeah, nodes folder, and then we had actions and triggers. So for triggers, we implemented this over 2 or 3 episodes, right? Document event handler was there. My favorite, webhook handler, right? So a user can create a node and it gives a webhook ID and so on and so forth. And then you could listen to webhooks without writing any code, right? You get a URL which you can paste into Stripe or Razorpay or anything like that. So we use the this hook, right? That is called what was it? Page renderer. Yeah, page renderer. And this has to be a class that has 2 methods, can render and render, right? So framework uses it to render custom stuff at paths you want, right? I think the fixtures is the thing that is creating those records, probably, but we'll figure out. We had before migrate, after migrate hook. What is it doing? So install.py file. So it's cleaning up the events. Okay, fine. What else did we have? Yeah, some backend we got working, and then we decided that we'll move back to the front end. We also had an example HTTP node. So any node can have an execute method. It will get the event, params, and context. So let's get back and see. Yeah, we got this working. Send email, like we don't have the actions completely working, but we have the framework to get it working, right? And we started thinking about third-party nodes well in advance, which was maybe not a good idea. Now I realize. So I have given thought over the past couple of weeks. We used React, we used TypeScript. TypeScript is helping us good, right? We are along the way implementing this small library that uses React query and helps us interact with the Frappe backend. Why does prettier complain? Okay, let it complain. And yeah, full TypeScript, and then it has a use, delete, mutation, use, create, doc, set value. So it calls Frappe's APIs behind the scenes, but a nice wrapper over the React query library. So maybe we'll extract it out to its own npm package. Yeah. So yeah, what else did we do? Yeah, that's it, I guess. Nodes were running, and then like nodes, actually workflows, Hazel workflow list. After a break, right, it is disabled, and we can enable it from here, and it gets enabled. If I reload, it's enabled, right? And then you can add nodes. Let's see, listen to webhook and send HTTP request. So we got it working. So we had a trigger type of this, and then trigger config. So this all was working, right? This all we got working, but I don't know, it took too much experimentation, and still we want to. Yeah, they are loud. Come on. are you guys doing? They are on the back side. So they have this summer holiday period, right? And till now they were like playing outside. So this is a colony, right? So the colony kids get together and then they are unstoppable. So yeah, if you're not working, it is cool. They are playing outside. You are just sitting on like the sun, enjoying the sun, listening to them. Yeah. Some kind of vibe, right? But after that, there is no vibe. There is only shouting. But fine. But yeah, we wanted to follow some UI polishing stuff, right? We did polish, but I'm not happy with the UI yet. And probably you should not focus on polishing the UI as of now. So yeah, we use TS properly. Till now we have been not using any, right, to bypass TypeScript. Use a state management solution, right? So yeah, this is what I did behind the scenes. So I have this store, I guess. Okay, yeah, there is a stores folder now. It uses this just stand, which is a state management library. We are not going to use Redux. So earlier when we had this editor, right, and we were to supply the nodes and edges of this thing. If you open up anything, right, let's open with one with the nodes. Yeah, so this has one node, right? This is node, and then edges are what connects nodes. Now they are silent. Yeah, nice. So set nodes, set edges. So one more thing I had in mind, that I won't be working on this full time, right? So I will get it to a position where it is usable, and then I will be looking for someone to pick this up, because it's a very good project. I want to focus on Build with Usan, and now Frappe is cool. I am very actively involved in that. So yeah, let's get it to a position, and so this series will act as a reference for product who are new to building products, right, on the Frappeverse. So for that I'm building it live, and it is an interesting thing, and it needs to be built. Yeah, so now it is coming from this state, right? This is the state management. So from anywhere in your React node tree, we can update the editor. This is quite useful, right? So we can just say use editor store. It is exporting it, and then I suppose from node.tsx I was updating it somewhere here. Yeah, do something on edit click. Not right now, but it is fine. Custom. Now I'm just getting the hang of the code base first. Hooks is fine. What we have, label, queries. Okay, it's an empty thing. User query. Okay, it's for getting the user who is logged in. We had types, and this is generated by Frappe types. We have components, workflows. We have the list component. We have the editor component. UI components. We have nodes. Yeah, this. So add a new node. This plus thing is its own component, and here I have this plus icon, and then when you click it, it opens up a dialog which we can clearly see here. This is the dialog title, dialog description, and there is nothing inside the body because we didn't implement it. We didn't have anything that time. And some confirm component, that is fine. So now you can do this, but yeah, nothing else works, right? So this was it, but deadline 30 April, which seems I don't know, maybe possible if we live stream a lot and I get the motivation to do it, which I have right now. But yeah, we'll also do documentation, readme. So this is basically preparing for handoff. So that comes at the end. But yeah, we did some doc type modeling. Variables are not yet done. That is fine. So these are like the trail of episodes. Yeah, this is still to do. So yeah, we came back from the slides, right? One of the things that I also mentioned there was don't fight the framework. So this is like the thing we did, right? Instead of rewriting our own scheduler logic, we enhance the framework's logic so we get the thing we want for our Hazelnode app. So now framework is more robust and flexible as well, and we get the feature. One downside, this is not backported to 14 or 15, I guess, so our Hazelnode will only work with the latest version of it. Probably 15 will come, but not 14. Then we used the JSON field. Yeah, TS is log. This was the announcement, but this is now also done. So you can go to, okay, fine. This was the short presentation. So yeah, we did this probably, and this was the chapter. So I was watching the whole builder live stream and then added timestamps. Cool. Frappe school planning stuff. And this is the new thing. Now we resume the new season. So use case-based approach. This, I thought about it a lot. Where is it going? What's the direction? We don't know. We are just doing it, right? So now I decided that on platform.build with us and right, I have some server scripts. Let's check enabled, no, disabled, no, okay. So I have this stuff, right? So one by one, I should be able to use Hazelnode to replace this server scripts, right? So sending emails. So I will start with the easiest one, making an HTTP request. Okay, I don't want to show the token. I'll update it, don't worry. But yeah, the token is scoped, so probably not. Why do I have a test script? Let's delete this one. Update creation, this is also a test. So I do sometimes demo stuff, so let's clean up server scripts. Day one assignment checker, I don't think it is now required. Let's delete. I moved it to Frappe school. Get blog post, okay, this is used by the website to render blogs, this too, and this is used to handle the reactions under the blog post or the articles in Build with Usan. Create contact, I don't think this should happen now because I cancelled my recent subscription. All emails are now on Frappe mail. Update creation, this also should go away. So let's see how many server scripts do we have. Yeah, this was the old one. I will let it be. But yeah, where do we start? This one, right? So we'll do a case-based approach now. We'll take a case, implement it, make Hazelnode such a way that we can implement it. So I will stop thinking about third-party nodes for now, and focus on first-party nodes, right? Which go in the nodes folder. And I came across this thing, right? This is the philosophy framework follows. Convention over configuration over code, right? So configuration is the thing that we were planning earlier with third-party nodes, which was this. Actually, this is code, but you get the idea. So you give me some path and I will do the thing. And convention is basically you create a nodes folder and drop in particular JSON and PY files and we'll pick it up, right? Even the first party nodes should follow that, right? So this should be something like doc types folder, right? There will be a nodes folder. I'm just thinking out loud. And then this RTO, right? For UI inspiration, they have like a simple workflow builder built in. They are a CRM tool, by the way. Hazelnode and it present product or not. So this thought came to me, right? when I was looking at how people in the Frappeverse are using automation tools and how they might think of it, right? So the first thing was they were using, like, because it was not on their Frappe site, right? So they somehow entered the API keys and then they were running, and they could also do multiple Frappe sites in a single workflow, right? So they dropped a Frappe node and create, read, update, delete, docs were happening, and maybe APIs were being called. But that's what's happening. So we could take two approaches here. One, that these workflows directly run on the site where the Hazelnode is installed. That will be tight integration, and that will be beneficial because if you install CRM and you want to quickly build an integration, right? If you install Frappe CRM and you want to quickly build an integration that creates a lead from somewhere of the workflows, that is quite useful. You don't have to have a separate site. That's one thing. Then that case, okay, I don't have thumbs up because somehow Apple does stuff, or I don't know, OBS does. Start writing tests. So that we will do along the way. So now I'm in a dilemma about this thing. Okay, Hazelnode as an independent product or not? Independent as in we can start with a small scope and then maybe make it independent, so you can talk to external Frappe sites as well. So there might be a node of talk to Frappe site or Frappe client, something like that. Talk from your Hazelnode site to another site. Maybe poll something to check whether new records are created or not. That way you can integrate like multiple Frappe sites, collect data, whatever. That can be done. So this can be second phase. So let's say season 2. Right? Season 2, this is episode 13. So you might have seen that now I have labeled the episode properly instead of a global thing. So season 2, episode 13. So where do we start now? This is overwhelming. So we start with a clean state. Let's do one thing. I don't want this. Let's go to code now. Where is this file? I think it will be details. Yeah. This is why you name your files better, and then you can say, okay, just search for details, and then it is workflow details, right? Something we did good here. Yeah, the UI, right? There is a delete button. I will leave it. I will remove this pre. So the pre is gone. And also, I don't know, height, full, width, full is not getting applied for some reason. I will also remove this column span. I will, for now, let's also remove delete. We'll keep it down below so we can bring it if required at a later point in time. Later. And then there is one more wild idea later, that refactor the front end into using Frappe UI. But yeah, not decided on that yet. Just something far is suggested. So probably we'll bring him in for a review after MVP, and then we'll see. But yeah, now this should, okay, I can't see anything, which was the goal all from the start. But we have React Devs tools. Okay. Oh no. Yeah, React Flow, workflow editor. It doesn't have a height, see, 0 pixel. So first we'll fix that. I will remove this part. Let's start clean. as clean as possible. I don't want a padding, neither do I want grid. I want height and width 100% for now. Yeah, still 0. Let's find out why. Okay, so h full means the full of parent, and then this full of parent, and this parent has a height of 16 pixel. Okay, that is not even height, that is like 16 pixel is the okay, where is it coming from? Route, yeah, this workflow details, it's directly renting this thing. What's happening? Where is this padding 2 coming from? This guy is bringing in padding, which it shouldn't. Okay, but no, this is not. Oh, this is, I think this is the thing. Okay, now if we inspect the components, workflow editor 0 pixel, details 0 pixel. Let's check the height of, okay, it's height full, width full. This thing has 0 height, so if I do height 100%, no. This guy, height 100%, no. Because it's all based on the parent, right? So until we do like till the top, so now do height 100%. See, so this 100% is of the parent, so this like is like the viewport height, right? This way we get the full thing. See, so clicking this should bring up like, okay, so let's check at you how it does it. Sign in with Google. How have I signed up? Probably with my Frappe account. But yeah, see this. So this has this thing here, and then this is collapsible up to some point. So we will follow the same thing, right? So min width, I think you can provide. So cool, let's do it. Oh, it's gone again because you know. .css, index.css, yeah. Here we will say HTML and body height 100%. I don't know why I have an extra div there. HTML semantics are important. This is the outlet, this is the root. This is the nav bar. Height 100%. See, body height 100%. Then this div, right? ID of root. Where is it coming from? Index.html. Okay, this thing. So we can do inline, but let's do it in index hash root. Okay, now it works. So this will make our lives easier later, but yeah, this works. So now everything is in our control. So we now have the workflow editor here, right? And what if I move this class name from here to here? Does not work. Fine. Let's do one thing. Let's have a div here, which will be the sidebar. I can't see it right now because it is down below. If you see closely, we don't want that. So now we bring back grid calls. So again I will do this. We'll go with the minimum. So this is if I watch closely, 1130 pixels, and this is 324 divided by 1130. So, or the other way around, 324 3.5 times bigger. So let's take 1:2. I think this is 1:4, and then it becomes 1:3.5. That is so 4 times bigger, right? So out of 5 columns, this takes 1 and this takes 4. That is what it is happening, right? So we can say class name call span 1, so I just want it to be workable for now, not polishing. Last name call span 4. Okay, this should be usable. Nope. And why is that? Let's inspect. So we should have a grid inspector here. Yeah, grid, and now it will show us the grid. Okay, 1 2 3 4 columns, but I have set 5 columns. Am I missing something? Anyone in the audience, if you are still there? See, now it is okay. Was there a typo in there? Oh, now it works. Probably a typo. I have to rewatch. But yeah, now we have the simple sidebar, so we can have some components going here. And if you want the pull thing, right, that is should be there in Shardshian. I think that is called resizable. Yep. So you can have this thing. Resize is built on top of this. So you can have resizable header, sidebar. Nice. Oh, there was a typo, right? Thanks, Aminu. So I said, right, haven't written a lot of code in some time, like actual new code. Should we do resizable sidebar? Let's do it. So how do I use it? Okay, let's copy the yarn command. Don't forget to go into the front end directory, paste this. See, can you see? Focus, man. So I get alert every time someone enrolls in the course. This is done using a server script and Raven bots. Okay, done. Import this. Okay, let's import that. And then you can say resizable panel group, direction horizontal, panel 1, handle, panel 2. Okay, simple API, nice API. So I'm assuming we can just come here. I don't know if that, okay, fine. Format document. Oh, now Prettier is happy somehow. So resizable panel, this will be this thing, and the other panel will be the sidebar. How does the sizing work? Let's see if it is working or not. Okay. Weird, but okay. So I think if this brings a div, we can directly apply it here and remove this div. Handle, I don't know how it is working. And this resizable panel gets 1. Okay, let's inspect what DOM order this thing is bringing. Okay, so I don't think grid is working well with this thing. Front end horrors. Yeah, this works. I will let it be here. right? So let's commit whatever we did. Fit or core basic sidebar plus editor layout. Cool. Okay, so we did something that's nice. Collapsible sidebar. Cool. So yeah, we have something like this now. See, we can improve the handle. I like this handle more. Probably implement it from scratch later. But yeah, what's again? Time to stand up and move for 1 minute. Okay, give me 1 minute. But yeah, see, now there is a trigger, and you just create this checkbox is also there. And when I go to automations and create a new empty automation, let's see what does it show. So it shows what all is available, right? Categorized. And then some helpful resources. Yeah. So this is what I want to show as well. Set a trigger in the sidebar, right? So before setting the trigger, you can't start. So what will be the trigger of this thing, right? So we'll implement something similar, and then trigger will be that trigger that we have, right? The field in our doc type. Cool. So it never closes, unlike the previous thing that I was trying to implement where it only opened on this thing. That was not good. But yeah, we'll also have this breadcrumbs later. Oh, they have templates, that is fine. Oh, they have a lot of examples related to CRM, so cool, let's do it. So what I want is, so let's take a use case. As I said, right, we'll do a use case which will be GH pages rebuild every day. So the trigger will be a scheduler event. So suppose I am the new user of Hazelnode. I come to Hazelnode, I create a new workflow, right? I create a new workflow called what was it? We'll call it exactly that. GH pages rebuild every Wednesday. GitHub pages rebuild every Wednesday. So we'll drive this to completion. We won't do anything else. So one use case, we'll implement it end to end. New workflow created. So workflow is getting created. That's fine. And you can enable, disable it from here as well, right? So where do we start? So this add thing, right? This is coming from add new node. So okay, add new node. This gets the node props. That is fine. And we don't need this part where when you select it, like it gets highlighted. We don't need it. Okay, because we are actually clicking on the button, so this can take the whole width. And on click, right, of the whole thing, and this, I don't want the pointer to be cursor default. Okay, it's fine. Probably we don't need a button too. Or maybe wild idea, trying now. This can be, the whole thing can be button. So accessibility, right? So clickable thing. So we can move this thing here, and we won't need this plus icon. Will still let it be there at the center of it. so people know that you can do this. Horrible. What is it? Okay. Because dialogue and everything we put inside button. Still horrible, but at least now this whole thing is a button. So where is this dark background coming in from? This min width, I guess. Ha! Nope, that is not. Do we need a card? Oh, the dark thing is coming from the so this button actually is so we need a different type of button variant, or what is it called? We don't need a primary button. We need okay, we can check the documentation, or we can directly button.tsx, right? So it takes a color, plane and outline. Ha. Default size 80, default size 20. Nice. Let's try that. Aminu says details and default. I think I don't get autocomplete here. But let's try what Aminu is saying and maybe it will work. So 80% and 20% I'm assuming. Nice. Thanks, Amin. Building public rocks. I didn't have to read the documentation, right? Laziness. But yeah. Now it is nice. Somehow we have to make the handle more apparent that we can style, I guess, but it's fine. But yeah, we were fixing the button first. So the color should be white. Nice. And then we can have, what do you call it? But this is the primary action, right? So let's say this is line. Outline true. If we do, what does it give us? No, outline won't work. And I'm not liking the plus icon anymore. Even ugly, even more ugly. So we can say, I'm just going to follow this thing. Set a trigger in the sidebar. Great artist steal. Sidebar. So I will try to not make it very generic. Let's keep it like first focus to Frappeverse and then extend. Set trigger in sidebar. So this can be a paragraph, right? Or span. But again, I said like I won't be fixated on giving styles, but I like it very much. I don't, this dot is annoying me, so let's get rid of it. Where is it coming from? I think this, yep, not required. Handle, go away. So plus icon is gone. Less is more, right? Less is more. Okay, so now they come here, right? They can, so zoom level maybe we have to adjust, I don't know. And this should somehow come to the center. We'll figure that out later. That's not the burning problem right now. And then we don't need the dialog as well. Because what we have done is we'll follow the approach of ITO. Cool. Dialog. A lot of code goes away. We don't even need this. See how simple this add new node will become. Here what are they? Or maybe we did a button and idiotic stuff. Okay, I'll bring back the dialog. For now, because I don't want to write additional code just to handle, and this will go away for sure. Cool. Okay, so here we want to if they click on set a trigger, right, so we should show them the available triggers. So what doc type it is? Trigger node type Hazelnode. Oh, it is searching in server script and we are searching in a different site. Node type, yeah, so kind will be trigger, so that list we have to show. In this dialog box, right? So dialog body, we'll fetch it using our beloved use Frappe. We have to import is it use Frappe or use doc type? Okay, that's why it didn't auto complete. Use doc type, Hazelnode type, see, TypeScript. We can remove this. Const, there will be some things we'll get from here. Hazelnode type, okay, so we'll get use list, nice. Const node trigger list equal to use list. We can pass it filters. This will be kind, it's fine. There is no kind on Hazelnode event type. Where is this use list? Yeah, fields. Okay, I was trying something, but this doesn't work. I realized later. So now I think kind, come on. It should be partial dt. Now will TypeScript be happy? Come on. Okay, now it is showing auto completion. See, there is no kind, right? So TypeScript does help, but if there is no kind, how we are getting that in our doc type? Hazelnode type.ts kind, it is there. Come on, man. Huh, weird. Hazelnode event type, see, Hazelnode type TypeScript. Come on. Ah, finally this will be kind, will be trigger or action? Trigger. Partial. That's why the TypeScript was not working. Now it is working. Cool. So TypeScript fighting aside, trigger list, and now if you see how we rendered the older list, see, okay, look what we did. So fields what's correct, we idiotically picked up the wrong thing. This needs to be these two need to change just. Okay, now I'm not touching this thing, but yeah, use list, and then we got the workflow list using those options, and then we checked if they are loading, and then we returned stuff. If there is an error, we return. So now basic stuff. So now we can say if trigger list, trigger nodes list, let's be specific, is loading, return skeleton, right? Not here. But fine. And if there was an error, is error, we can say return a div for now that says error occurred, loading triggers. Okay. What went wrong? Internal server error. Okay. The server responded with 500. Where is bench? What is it doing? Object plus object. Okay. Weird. Not the right filters. How, why is the API not this simple? Why did I do that? Lot of problems. So param should be this thing for some reason. I have to simplify this API somehow, but yeah, later. So what I will do is use get even I am confused now. This is too verbose. Why is it this way? Okay, we'll fix it later. But now what I'll do is const trigger list options equal to get list options. And this has to be see what we are doing here. See, so we are getting the options, we are using this use list and passing these options, and we are also getting query options. So I don't think we need the query options part. Okay, we have to end the stream today early because looks like my brain is not working right now. But yeah, we won't need this. So actually what we will need is doc type query params. Use, okay, this, and then this will be Hazelnode type, and yep. Now we can give it the filters, which was kind trigger, and then this list parameters go here. Okay, now I remember the API. Okay, so you have to define the param separately using the type and then pass it to use list, and this will give you an internal server again. Okay. Okay, it's still passing an object here. We have never used filters or what? See, the issue is with passing filters. Probably we have never used it. Okay, so let's figure out. There is a use list, and use list comes from get list option, use query. Yeah, overcomplicated things. So this happens, right? Like 2 months back you do stuff, and then 2 months later you see what the heck I have done here, right? Okay, so yeah, probably offline I have to give it some thought, simplify it. But yeah, like I do raw stuff. So this is raw, right? As raw as you can get. Fields is this params is doc type query params, and that is filters, right? Cool. So we'll figure out where it is making a request. Get list query options. Okay, here. And here it is passing the params. So let's, before making the request, console.log this thing. Filters. Yeah, looks correct to me. Is make request doing something with this thing? Object. It's an object. Let's do one thing. This probably shouldn't make a difference, but I'll do it anyways because nothing else is working. So I will JSON.stringify it before sending, and this works. So now we'll display it in the dialog. Cool. Let's do in the dialog body. I'll do a pre tag and I will display trigger. What was it called? Trigger nodes list. This works usually, but fine. Something went wrong. Syntax error, yeah. Did I forget React too? Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Okay. Oh, now I remember. This thing works there inside but not outside for some reason. So we have to do JSON.stringify. JSON.stringify. Okay. Now again internal server error. Okay, it's making request to filters undefined. Okay, if there are filters, okay, we more bugs. So let's encapsulate this thing, right? If options dot fill params dot filters let TypeScript be unhappy for something. Okay. Error loading triggers. So I'll close the stream as soon as the trigger list renders. Come on. What's the error? Is Frappe sending this error somehow? Let's check the network tab. The request is not getting made. Why is the request not getting made? Doesn't work for some reason. Rendering is not the issue. Why is it not making a request? That's the issue. Okay, let's see the so I refetched, right? Network tab. No requests are getting made. That's the issue, right? How do I debug this? Use list. It is use query, use list options. Here we have console.log that is getting logged properly. That's not an issue. Make request. Console.log making request. See, it's making request. This. It has filters, then stringify them. Console.log fetching, see, it is not making a request. So what is happening at this point when we do await fetch URL? See, it fetched. Okay, wait. This fetching is from the fetching of the actual doc, right? And this fetching has some issues. Error occurred. Where is the error? Cannot read properties of null. I don't even know now what's happening. Making request, it reaches till making request, right? Here it is reaching, here it is not reaching. So where is the trace back? Why is there no trace back? What if I remove this part? Happy now. It is making a request at least now. Okay. This should show error like filters doesn't exist. Come on. This was harsh to watch. I'm not rewatching this episode. But yeah, now we get the data from the backend. This was hard. But at least now I will realize. So yeah. No type. So we can show a description. Preview image description. Okay. The data is here. So now we can, what I will do is I'll just map over, render a very ugly list dot map node, or we can call it trigger li So they set a trigger and then they can click one of it. As I said, right, I will do very ugly list. Let's make it fuchsia. So they can select one of the triggers. So in this case, what does the user will select? The user will select somehow I should show the name of the workflow. Let's show it in the sidebar for now. Details in the sidebar. I will show editing workflow, and then that will be workflow doc dot data dot name. Editing workflow 26 title. Okay, so I will make it strong. Ah, see, saw the trick. So this is Amit. You can select stuff and then you can say to wrap it in particular tag. But yeah, now it shows rebuild every Wednesday, right? So they will come here. They will be asked to set a trigger. Okay, select a trigger. They will select one of the triggers. Let's say they selected schedule event, right? And when they click on that particular trigger, it should add that trigger, right? Schedule event to the doc type, to the workflow, Hazel workflow list. So right now you see trigger type is empty and trigger config is also empty. So we will set this. So when they select any one of this, where is it? Let's do it now. Now I think I'm coming back. Here is the button. We can say on click. We can call some function called handle trigger, or we can call it set trigger, right? So I'll define it here, set trigger. Trigger trigger. So we can call it T. Okay, it was not a param from on click, but yeah, now trigger will be clicked, and now we have to use const use. I'll tell you what, use doc type. This doc type will be Hazel workflow, and this will be use set value mutation, right? Const set value equal to use set value mutation. So now when they select, right, where is it? Yeah, set value dot or set value. I think directly they should be able to call. Let's find out. Dot mutate. Okay, it will be dot mutate, and then you can say set the trigger. Oh, name and values. Name will be, so how do I pass in the workflow that is open? I can pass it to add node. Props or whatever. Props will be the complete thing. So here I will get the, or can I get it from the router data, because it's a route data, right? I can get it from the route, but yeah, you get the point. As soon as I get 26 here, right? For now I'll hard code it, and then values. What do you want to update? We want to update the trigger type to the trigger dot name, right? This trigger. Cool. Now set trigger is being called here, and then pass the trigger. Let's move it around here. Okay. What went wrong? Unexpected token so. Haha. Okay, now let's click here, schedule event, and let's show a toast as well after. On success. Toast. Trigger set. Trigger set. Let's check the backend. Yeah, it was updated, and the trigger got set to scheduler event. Nice. Cool. Finally it is, the logic is working, so they can now set the trigger. So yeah, we can close the dialog. Set show dialog to false. Cool. Let's try again. And here we can show the trigger, right? So I'll show what is the trigger in the sidebar as ugly as possible. Workflow doc, and we will see the magic of writing this API, right? That we automatically this data will update. Data dot trigger type. Okay. See, right now it is scheduler event, right? Set trigger webhook listener. Nice. Set trigger document event. Nice, because in the set value we have encapsulated some logic that will basically go and refetch the doc, whichever doc was updated, that particular doc. Nice. So now they can set the trigger, this and that. That's working. But as soon as they set the trigger, this shouldn't be visible, right? And then they should be able to add actions. But yeah, I think good starting point we got today. It's already 4:38. Probably time to wrap up. Anybody still with me? That watched me struggle. Probably the hardest struggle in this 13 episodes. But yeah, we made it through. Alive. I am ashamed. Horrible. Yeah, one more announcement. BWH.live, right? I bought this domain, and now this is the new domain for Build with the Sand. It does cost some more money, but yeah. I'm happy about it. But yeah, at least now they can select the trigger, and once they have the trigger, we will let them change the trigger if they want to, but yeah, and then they can add actions. So quickly we go here and let's say record created. In this case it can be like document event, right? So record created, and then it adds this nice looking thing which they can change if they want to, which I was exactly what I was thinking, right? Make sure all the issues are solved. This is nice UX. This still needs to be configured, and they can select whenever new company object is created. In this case this will be doc type for us. Haha. And then add the next step for this trigger. This is required, right? Nice UX. But yeah, so it immediately shows the next step, so you can select from this is the triggers that you can do, right? Not the trigger, the actions which we call them. So either they can come here and click add, right? Or from there itself, from the sidebar itself. Oh, they have if else, etc, etc. So what I want is I want to send an HTTP request, and let's see, this needs to be configured, right? Insert variable, like it. Add header optional. What if we do a post request? Syncing. Okay, it syncs, and then there are optional stuff and JSON. Oh, nice. I like this flow. So optional, and then you can insert variables, the record, ID, right? Yeah, nice. We'll build this editor, somehow we'll build it, don't worry. Cool. So you can then add a next block if you want to. If you want to end it here, this will be it. So https://frappe.io/api/method/ping. But yeah, one thing we call it event, right? Generic. They have tailored each node somehow. So we will keep it generic. But yeah, headers is a child table, I guess. Oh, only 4 headers they are expecting. Cool. And then next step, go back. Next step. Okay, cool. So we'll try to mimic this while we solve it. But yeah, this is what we did today. Rendered ugly fuchsia color buttons in a lime themed application, and then a resizable this thing. And we change the layout, of course. Yeah, we'll continue from here in the next episode. Probably I will fix this behind the scenes or not, we'll see. But yeah, that's a wrap for today. For joining, accidentally clicked the wrong scene. But yeah, how is it going? $443. Cool then, let's end.